Hello everyone, today I have a review for you of a Tier 10 vehicle. I can't believe I just said those words. So many of you have demanded this and the Leopard 2 A5 or A6 that I figured I would at least do one of them right now and get it out of the way. So I bit the bullet and played the PL01 for a little bit. So, what do I think of this tank? I'm going to preface this with saying this is not a light tank. It is a pocket main battle tank. It does not act like any of the other light tanks in game, particularly at tier 8 and 9. It acts like a super armored version of the tier 7 Stingray 2. Which is ridiculous. On paper, in real life, this thing is supposed to stop 25mm autocannon shells. In game, main battle tank guns have trouble penetrating its front plates. So, without further ado, there is nothing at tier 10 to compare the PL01 to, because it's the only light tank. When we compare it to the Challenger 2, which I do have the capability of fully upgrading with the 140mm experimental cannon, it has more penetration and less damage. It of course has less hit points and less armor, but it has enough armor to block the shell. When I compare it to the T14 Armata, which by the way, Obsidian, can you please get somebody to make sure I have all of the vehicles, because this is supposed to be a press account, and yeah, I'm having to buy these one at a time. They cost about 68 mil a pop to buy and equip. So yeah, I kind of have to wait till I have double the money and then get one, equip it, and then it's really hard to do the proper review. It does less damage and less penetration, reloads significantly quicker by over a second. It's missile, less damage, less pen. I don't even think the PL01, yeah, the PL01 gets HE rounds. So there you go. It has less armor and more hit points than the T14, and it has a better armor scheme considering the T14 is constantly penetrated in the underbelly. In addition to this, it has much better side turret armor. These are main battle tanks I'm comparing this to. Against the tier 10 Sphinx. Of course it has more penetration and damage. The Sphinx cannot penetrate its front or its turret at all. Hell, the Sphinx has trouble penetrating itself. What am I talking about? Sphinx has higher DPM if it can get beside you and start penetrating you. It is quicker than you. It is better camouflage, has better view range. It's the only tier 10 vehicle that's better camouflage and has better view range. Only tier 10 vehicle with better gun depression, but significantly less accuracy. So let's look at the Abrams. You have to go in manually. I don't want to advance. I want to look at upgrades. Thank you. I have to go in manually here. With the Tusk armor package, the armor comparison, the Abrams obviously has more armor. The Abrams has more hit points. So in the defense department, the Abrams wins. But the Abrams gun, again, is not capable of penetrating the front upper plate or the front turret or the side turret of the PL01. Just not capable. In addition to this, the PL01 has missiles. The Abrams doesn't. The Abrams is slower, turns slower, has a longer aim time, has a longer reload, and has, I think, the same? No, it has more gun depression. But a significantly shorter view range and a lot less camouflage. And lastly, the Leopard 140, which has more pen, more damage, just like we expected. It also has more hit points than the PL01 and more armor, as we would have expected. Its side turret, however, is not as well armored. Go figure. In addition to this, its armor is not as good a composite as the PLO-1. Even with the spaced armor upgrade. I feel really awkward doing this kind of review because, I mean, I don't really have a lot of faith in tier 10s personally, but you guys asked for it, so I'm going to move on. Terrible camouflage in comparison to the PLO-1. The PLO-1's got it on camouflage view range all day, about the same view range. Accuracy goes to the PLO-1 across the board at this tier. PLO-1 is the most accurate gun available. So what does this mean for practical purposes for using this vehicle? 1, you have the shortest aim time, the best sloped, least weak pointed turret, and the most accuracy at this tier. No questions asked. Your gun is ridiculously accurate. You were fast enough to outflank main battle tanks. You were fast enough to keep up with a Sphinx and just beat it down, so AFVs don't even stand a chance against you. Your front and side armor are ridiculous to stop autocannons, and your front armor absolutely will block main battle tank guns all day long. Which is something no other light tank can say. This is not a light tank, Obsidian. It's not. This is an MBT with a lot more mobility than an MBT is supposed to have. I'm just saying that now. It is obscenely mobile in comparison to the MBTs, and it has as much armor as they do. I'm laying that on the table right now. This is not a light tank. This is a pocket main battle tank. And by far, at tier 10 currently, the most overpowered vehicle you can drive. Yeah, I said it. It's the most overpowered vehicle you can drive. And we're going to go find out why. I'm saying that. And why I am letting you guys know this. And we're going to do it through 3 separate replays. Now, you're not going to see the entirety of all 3 replays. You're going to see bits and pieces that illustrate this tank's extreme strengths. So, in the meantime, if you've enjoyed the video so far, hit the like button. If you haven't, the dislike button's right there, and it's your personal decision. I'm not going to influence it one way or the other. Just make sure you give an opinion. Like, let your voice be heard. And we are loading into the battle right now. Now, the part of this replay I wanted you guys to see is very, very close to the beginning. We are on Coastal Threat, and I am going to go scouting. I give people signals on what I'm doing, and I kind of sit here to start with. Not really moving out, not really justifying my attack. And then I see these guys over here. This Draco and his friend. And I think to myself, yeah, no, you're not getting away with this. Like, just flat out. I get spotted, however, and throw down smoke instead of just, hoping that I don't get shot at. And then I move over here to chase down Le Crab. Because the PLO-1 would like some crab legs tonight. Since the crab doesn't really stand much of a chance. But then again, with 3 AFVs blasting it, the crab never stood a chance. Now our Draco is an idiot. I almost get him killed. I'm sorry, dude. Actually, I do kind of get you killed. Yep, there it is. Now here's the part I wanted you guys to see. I am shooting at the Leopard 2A6. This is the shot I have. I just blew his tracks out. This is the shot I have right now. This is how insanely accurate this gun is. You're going to see me pull up here. And there I am, off in the distance. We're going to pause here. You see me right here. And here's where my gun barrel is pointed. Between this outcropping, this train car, underneath it, into the Leopard 2A6. That is my shot. Direct hit. You can see the dust I kicked up on the concrete block along the road to get that hit. And I simply pull back down. And I was taking shots from a crab the entire time. And I'm not going to do this just once or twice. This is my 2,000 some odd damage for this battle. That's 4 times that I've hit the target. 5 times because I just tracked him before he just exploded. That is 5 direct hits on that kind of a shot. That's how that is your gun accuracy. And I just hit again on that Challenger. This time between the rail cars. Welcome to Tier 10. Now from here I start making my way north. Driving along. Singing a song. And then I realize that there's a Draco back here that I have to go find before he finds our artillery. So I start looking for him. Just scouting the area in general. Looking for this Draco. And he gets destroyed by a T-14. I spotted it. T-14 sniped it. So I head north. And I'm going to be driving for a while before I encounter anything. And I see the crab. The crab knows that he has 0 chance against me if I'm after him. He can't outmaneuver me. He can't outcircle me. He's literally just me and him going at it. And I know where he's headed. He's headed up here. He's either going to turn right and head towards me, or turn left and head towards the Sphinx. So I just pretty much move over here. Sphinx got him. End of the match. These are Tier 10 games. Blowouts almost every time, I find. I'm sorry to say. But yeah, that's your gun. That is the accuracy of your gun. Which is ridiculous. Those shots should be impossible. I don't even know if there's enough room in the area of shot that I had for the shell to actually pass through, but apparently there is. Now, this replay is for the speed of the tank. Just to illustrate how quick this thing is, I believe this is the right one for speed. I will edit it out if it's not. You guys know that. But yeah, that's the PLO1. I don't want to be rude or mean or anything, but that's the PLO1. Now I'm headed up here at full speed. Have a little bit of rubber banding issue. Now I know I can outspot these main battle tanks for days. Literally for days I can outspot them. Oof, did not mean to do that. And he just took a hit. Yep, this is the one for speed. You know how I could tell? Because I'm going to have to get the fuck out of Dodge. Here comes a charge. I miss horribly. Throw down smoke to cover myself up. And hope these challengers get off their ass and help us. I bounced his side armor. Challengers are shooting him in the rear. We're trying to offer some resistance that can, be tangible here. There's a hit. Right through his side armor, and he's done. And here comes more enemy reinforcements. Just what we did not want to see. And it's not that I'm the guns being inaccurate. I'm just not aiming it properly. I'm expecting some inaccuracy from this gun, and when I get none, I'm, well, surprised in a way that I'm unable to compensate for. Get a freebie there. And now I need to move. Ow. There goes a third of my health. One shot. Third of your health. Gone. I'm literally a 3-shot for that T-14. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to outmaneuver him. This is the speed of this vehicle. Just driving around. I'm doing 70 without using the speed override. 70 without using the speed override. And there's another just crazy snapshot. You rarely, if ever, have to aim your gun. I'm also using this replay because you guys are going to find this hilarious. This Abrams goes so hard for this kill. I don't know what he was thinking. Or why he was thinking it. But all I gotta say is them Duke boys ain't gonna make it out of this one. Here's the best part. He misses his shot. Because our 14 Armata takes it instead. He suicided for that kill. And our T-14 took it instead. That was hilarious. Like, there was just this moment on live stream where we all went, Did our Abrams just go full retard? I think our Abrams just went full retard. Now, I'm sorry for the graphical glitches here at ×3 speed. None of this actually happened. I'm waiting for the T-90, and it turns out there's nothing really there. However, this is the point where I realize if I want any damage, I'm going to have to go hard. So I will activate the speed booster and just drive straight the hell in. As you guys can see, I'm doing 70 plus right now. No questions asked. And I get my free shot. And that's my last lick. So, that is the PL-01. It is stupidly accurate to the point at which veterans who are used to some degree of inaccuracy, who aim, assuming their gun isn't going to shoot completely straight, miss targets. That's how it literally has accuracy at its own level. The tank is stupidly well armored, so long as you don't get shot in the side. And on top of that, it's crazy fast for tier 10. I mean, you literally have no real true weakness with this vehicle, and every other vehicle seems to. So I don't know what else to make of it right now. Hopefully in patch 1.6 there are some major adjustments made to tier 10, including this machine, to make it where it's actually vulnerable to incoming fire. But otherwise, unless you expose your side or rear, you're perfectly fine. In the meantime, if you found this review helpful, if you enjoyed it, or if you just had a good time, hit the like button. If you didn't, for whatever reason, hit the dislike button. And let's have a conversation about tier 10 and tier 9 in general in the comments below. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me about how you feel. Let me know. Let me bring your complaints to Obsidian on your behalf. Preach it, my brothers and sisters. Okay, I went a little reverend on you there. Here's the previous review, by the way. It's the BMP3. We are trying to still hit 100 likes on one of these reviews. We got up to 77. 77 on the XM1 review and 73 as of the time of recording on the BMP3 review. Come on, guys. We're trying to see if we can hit 100 likes on one of these reviews. Let's do it. Make it happen. If you want to see more stuff by me, Fiaura, you can subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so to the Patreon, or you can check out the ad at the end of the video. Also, the social media stuff for Twitter, Facebook, and Steam are all in the description below. And those of you who've already checked out, you missed something. Those of you who haven't, my next review is of the Chinese Type 2 85 Tier 6 main battle tank debuting tomorrow. Ha! See, it pays to stick around to the very end. In the meantime, bye-bye, everyone. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Bye.